Eda, I know that about 2 years ago you had a very long hunger strike, more than 300 days. I want to ask you why you did it, but first of all I want you to present yourself, who you are, which organization do you present?
So my name is Eda Deniz Haydaroglu, and I was born and grew up in Germany, and I'm a member of the revolutionary youth called Genç. It's the young youth organization of the People's Front, and I grew up with music of Grup Yorum, even before I knew anyone from Grup Yorum in person. But then 2018 I was on a concert of Grup Yorum, and then I go to them and then I say, I want to be one of you. And then it starts that I meet them, and after a while I started to understand the revolutionary ideology, and then I decided to be a revolutionary. Actually,
which year?
End of 2018. I met them 2018 in February, and end of 2018 I think it was December or beginning 2019. I completely decided to be a revolutionary.
How old?
I was 18. Yes. I met them, I was 17, and then I had my birthday and I was 18. And actually I was going to school at that time, and it takes a time for me, so I have to cut up the school, and I want to be a revolutionary for 24 hours. And it was also a struggle with my parents, of course, because they want always like every parent, that you study and then be that you have a good job and so on. But after a while I say, okay, I want to make this, that's my dream, and that's what I want, that my life have a sense, not only for living and eating and studying or something else. I want that that my life have a sense, also not only for me, also for the history or for the next generations, not only for myself also. So end of 2018 I decided to be a revolutionary, and at that time I met Özgül. She's now arrested, and she was like my teacher and my comrade. She was everything. She was my new mother. But of course I can't say this to my mother, but she talks with me a lot of, and she gives me this knowledge about revolutionary, about Turkey and so on. And 2022 there was an operation from the German government to free comrades of us, and one of this comrade was Özgül. The other was İhsan Çivilik, who was a member of Grup Yorum. And it was on a day we had a movie. Grup Yorum makes a movie. They published it. It calls The Neighborhood. And on this day there was a big gala in Paris, in France. And actually Özgül wants also to come to this gala, but on the way they catched her and punished her and arrest her then. And İhsan, after the gala, when he goes home, they catched him. And then we started a big campaign for these free comrades. We said, okay, we want freedom for all of them. And but during this campaign we learn about the law with which they arrest them, the law 129B. It's the anti-terror law in Germany, and actually it is one of the oldest anti-terror law in Europe, in Germany. So actually also other comrades of us was in the past arrested with this law. But during this campaign we learned a lot of new things about this law. And actually, they arrested our comrades only because of their because they use their democratic rights. For example, participating in a demonstration, participating in a group yorum concert, or organize a group yorum concert. So we started a campaign, and during this campaign we learned that a lot of people, also left organizations, don't know anything about this law. And it's for the left organization, it's not the priority to fight against this law, but actually it is one of the most important fights, because they arrest them with this law and they criminalized them with this law. And then we said, okay, it's not only a freedom campaign. We can only say we want freedom for Özgür, İhsan and Serkan. It have to be a campaign against this law. And we start to make panels in whole Germany, almost. We make it in 25 cities. But also during these panels, we see actually the racism also in left organizations. So they look up at us. So okay, you explain us our history. So like this, they don't. It was not so serious for them. You know, we explain our comrades. We talk about the 129, but it was not. Yes, we know that, and then we say okay. And the solidarity from them was not so high. So we said okay, that's not enough. We have to do something else, and we have to do it for us and for them, because when we don't do anything, they will always do it again, because all of us do the same things like Özgür, İhsan. We all organize group yorum concerts. We will also still do it, and we all participate on demonstrations, or we all like this international delegations. We are participate on this. So it could be every one of us. So we said, okay, maybe we can't stop it for all now, but we have to do something against it so in a so high level, so they are maybe afraid and they can't do it again so easy. And then I decided to make a hunger strike. First of all, I do it because of Özgür, because I feel like I have to do something for her more than only make a demonstration. And the second one, it was because of our ideology, because they want to finish us, they want to finish our ideology, because you know, when they arrest revolutionaries, people around the revolutionaries were afraid and they will not participate on demonstrations. So they want, actually that's what they want. Okay, they know they can't maybe finish the ideology of the revolutionaries, but they can finish the solidarity of the people. So they actually, and the people are our brave, you know. So actually they want to make us silence, and they want that no people participate our demonstrations and be not in solidarity with us. So actually I also do it because of that, so that the people are not more afraid, and that they don't finish our that they don't destroy our ideology and our Marxist-Leninist personality. So because that's the thing they want to finish, because they don't do it to all of left organizations. They do it of organizations who are, for example, Marxist-Leninist like us. And yes, that was the first mind I decided to going in a hunger strike. And after I start the hunger strike, always it was I get always stronger in this of my minds. For example, sometimes some comrades said, okay, I think it's enough because we have a lot of victories, so maybe you can finish. But we decide with the collective that I going on with the hunger strike because it is a effective art of resistance. And I saw the solidarity of the people who were afraid and they don't want to participate in anything, they don't want to be on photos and so on, and they come to us, to the solidarity tent, to the hunger strike tent, and they were there for days. And we had a tent in front of the Ministry of Justice, and we slept there for 24 hours. I think it was for almost 1 year. Also, Edith was in this tent. All of my comrades were there. Also, the family I maybe met one time or never see, but they come all, and they sleep there with us, and they demonstrate there with us, all of them. I feel the love of the people and of the comrades, and this was very effective for me to be stronger in this resistance. And then I say, okay, it works. It is not only I'm not only dying. I changed something. People come to the court of Özgül and İhsan, and they start to make paroles, and they clapping hands and say to Özgül, "We love you," and so on. Actually, in this courts, in German courts, everyone is afraid, and nobody can say anything. You can't talk with the people who are arrested, of course, but you can also say anything in the court. But in our court of Özgül and İhsan, we sing Grup Yorum songs, we make paroles. Özgül make a commemoration for the people who were massacred in Turkey. For example, we talk with Özgül and İhsan and all of them, and nobody was afraid. Everyone comes and, oh yes, our court, we will win, and we will fight against imperialism. Everyone was like this. So I see, okay, we changed something. People are more in the struggle, and they will do something for us. Actually, they don't do it only because they want. They do it because they think, okay, we have to do it for the people who are on hunger strike. We have to do it for Özgül. We have to do it for our own rights, because all of us are in danger now in Germany.
So the first decision to start hunger strike, did you take it by yourself, or you have a collective decision?
So during the campaign, we always had meetings with the collective, and we always talk about what we can do. And then I proposed to make a hunger strike, and then we discussed it in the collective, and then we decided to make a hunger strike, but it was not even clear who will make a hunger strike. So you proposed not yourself, but in general hunger strike. I said I want to do a hunger strike. I think hunger strike is a good resistance it's very effective. I also proposed myself, but I said we have to do a hunger strike also. And then the comrades said, okay, we discussed, and then we said, okay, we will make a hunger strike, but who? And then I said, I want to do it. And then it was accepted, and I started a hunger strike. And after me, 3 other comrades also started. But they don't were in these meetings, but they hear that I start a hunger strike, and then say we can't let her alone, we have to do it with her. And several Ilgen, they start, I think, after 50 days after me. And then also Lena, she started with a solidarity hunger strike for actually 30 days, and then she said, okay, I want to do it for 60 days, and then she said, okay, I want to do it for 90 days, and after 100 days she said, I want to do it for until indefinite hunger strike. And we said, okay, and then we were 4 people who make the hunger strike.
So from the first decision, did you decide that you will do indefinite hunger strike or just for some period? What was the decision?
we have the decision to do it in indefinite hunger strike. Yes, from the beginning. Yeah.
But I know that you have the high level of this hunger strike, death fast. So when you do hunger strike until death or until your demands are accepted. So did you think that you have to in the future turn it to the death fast?
I think about it also during the hunger strike, and it was an option for me to do it like a death fast. But after a while we had so much victories, so we decided to to pause the hunger strike, and it was actually also after 313 days I think I maybe can do it more than 1 month, but not more longer than 1 month, and then I will die even when it's not that fast. So, but after a lot of victories, like we had the victory, I think the court is actually also a victory, a political victory, like that. The court was like a demonstration for us always. So this actually also this is a victory for us, and we had the victory of that the isolation was not so hard for Özgür, for the prisoners, and also Ihsan, he was in cancer during the court, and they don't made his medical care, and then we put it in our demands, because actually it was not our demand, because we don't know that he has cancer. We put it in our demand and we push it up so that everyone knows, and after a while they have to accept it. And also it was a discussion in the court, so they also say, for example, the director of the court, the head of the court, he said, okay, I don't want that anyone dies in this struggle. I want to find a solution, but you have to help me. He always says like this. Of course, he wants that Özgür, İhsan and Serkan accept any guilties. They don't do it, of course, but it was the aim of the
they always try to do it.
Yes, they try to do it. But after a while he said, okay, I don't want that someone remembers my name like this, and I don't want that anyone dies. So all these things, they are maybe not directly our demands, but also a hunger strike is not, it is a political resistance. So also the victory, it is more important that the political victory, that you reach the political victory. So, okay, of course we want that Özgür, İhsan and Serkan, that they were released, but even when not, it is not so important like the other victories for us. Actually, Serkan was released after the time, but we were not at hunger strike at that moment. But I think it is, of course, because of the resistance. Yes.
So, is it hard? I think it's impossible actually, but how do you feel? First days, next days, and is it really hard to overcome your hunger? Did you want to eat something? So, what is the feeling of hunger striker?
Okay, maybe now when I don't do a hunger strike like this, when I don't eat something one day, I'm also like, oh, I feel so sick, I can't do it, I can't be alive. But when you do it with this aim and you have, you know why you do it, so then it's not so hard to begin. And the first days, I have a program, which time I will drink my water, which time I will take sweets, and it was very program. And also some comrades start with me, they start with me and then they stop it after 1 month, for example. So the first time I didn't realize that I'm in hunger strike, and it was so we do so much things. We give leaflets, we make the demonstration in front of the ministry, we go to families and talk about it, we give interviews and so on. So it was so effective that I don't realize that I am in hunger strike, and also all my friends was like in hunger strike with me, and so we don't even realize that we are in hunger strike the first 1 month maybe. After 1 month, I start to realize that I'm really in a hunger strike, and I still do it. I'm still on hunger strike. Yes. So, and then after I think it was every time it was okay. It was not so hard for me. Sometimes I had some pain, but it was not so hard because we were always in a collective. We sleep all together, we have our program, we read books together, we have the demonstrations together. It was a very nice time. I will remember my whole life, not only because I was in hunger strike. So after I was under 40 kilo, lower than 40 kilo, it started to be hard for me. The pain, it was hard, and
pain in stomach.
In stomach, also in legs, or I do not have muscle anymore, so I can't take something and so on. Everything, my comrades have to do everything for me, and they always protect me. No, do nothing. For example, we had a demonstration, and the police starts to attack us, and I was there with Idil, and there is a video. I will never forget this video. Maybe I don't realize this in this time, but after I see the video, I say, okay, I really have comrades. They will protect my life. And the police start to attack us, and Idil was always like this. I was always behind Idil. She was always like protects me. And then you feel always this love of your comrades, and this was very nice. And but after after a while I can't go anymore because I had so much pain on my legs. So I had this sit with yes. And at that time I said, okay, maybe I will die in this hunger strike. I start to realize this, and I start to make a discussion with myself if I'm ready to do to make it longer or not. And at that moment, I was 200 days hunger strike. At that moment, comrades of us had you know, this marriage from Greece. They go from Greece to Turkey.
Yes, I know.
Yes, and they were killed by the Turkish soldiers and police. And that was comrades who I met before, and I knew them before. And then I said, okay, I will do it until we have the victory, because it is not only a fight today for, it's not only a fight for today, it is a fight for the revolution. And then I said, okay, my comrades, they sacrificed their life, so I can also do it. I can do it for them. And then I said, okay, I can do it. And after that, I was stronger, I think. But it was very hard. We had a demonstration. It was like a victory demonstration in Berlin. More than 300 people participate, and it's not too much actually for Germany, but they come from Norway, from Great Britain. They come from everywhere of the world, and participate in the demonstration. It was like a victory demonstration, so we had the red flags in German streets, and everyone says abolish the laws 129 and so on. And this demonstration, my mother drives the
vehicle. Yes,
yes, and it was a very emotional moment, so my mother can't stay, and that was an emotional moment. But she was very strong, and I never expect this, because of course my mother always says, please stop the hunger strike and so on. And after a while she accepts, okay, she will not stop with my words, so she will only stop when she will reach the victory. So I have to do something for the victory. I have to do hunger strike, or I have to do something. So she drives the car, and I turn back to her and I say, don't cry. And she said, oh no, I don't cry. I'm sick. That's why I look like I cry. So I say she's very stronger than I accept, than I expect. And yes, so after the always things like this demonstration, like the victory demonstration, I always say it like this. That gives your energy and power. So of course I had times I had much pain, and I always discuss with myself, oh, can I do it? And then something happens. For example, someone I never met, he brings me flowers. For example, something like this, or I don't know, there was a lot of things. But for example, my comrades, after a while, it was very cold outside, and we as the hunger strikers, we are not more able to be outside, to sleep outside, because it was very cold. But my comrades, they sleep at minus 10 degrees outside, and where they wait there in the tent, because we open the tent 24 hours, and they sleep there, and they don't feel their hands, don't feel their feet, but nobody says anything. Nobody says, oh, I cannot anymore. For example, there was one comrade, she starts to make revolutionary work only since 4 months, and she was only 18 years old, and she was the whole year with me in the tent, and she wasn't. And she has a joke. She says, I'm since 1 year revolutionary, and I sleep since 1 year in the tent outside. It's very hard. So all these things give you power and energy, so you don't feel the pain so much. So I think the main thing is to be organized and to have comrades. So the love of the comrades is very powerful.
So what did you take during the hunger strike?
So during the hunger strike, I take jelly bonbons.
Like these beers, little beers?
Yes, like something like this, different bonbons. We have to take salt, and we can drink different teas and coffee, but without milk. So you don't eat or drink something what is healthy for your
give you like energy.
Give you energy. Only sugar. But the main thing what helps to do it for so long time is the vitamin B1. So I take it from the beginning until the end. And that's the only thing that I'm alive after 80 days. So actually, when you don't take vitamin B1, you only can do it for maybe 400 days, not more. Because B1 protects your brain, and only when your brain is healthy, you can still drink water. So that's the main problem. You don't die because your body is lost. You die because your brain dies. So you can't drink anymore. You can't take sugar anymore.
Why? Because brain.
So
the consciousness, you have some mental problems.
Everything is connect with the brain. So when your brain is not healthy, you can't. You don't know how to drink. You can't. Your body don't accept the water anymore. So you start to bring it out. And of course, even when you use B1, after a while, your body does not accept anymore the water after a while. So, for example, Helin, Bölek, or they start to bring it out the water, and they fats were very big.
With Helen and Ibrahim, so they had the very last level of the hunger strike.
Yes.
When death is very near.
Yes. And I think it's because they don't, the conditions are very important. And they do it, they start in the prison, and the professor says it is important where you start your hunger strike. So when you start it outside and you do it outside, it is different in different conditions. And when you only start in prison and do it outside, it is also different. So, for example, now our prisoners are in hunger strike, maybe only for 150 days, but it is maybe like my 300 days, because they are in prison, they can't drink. For example, I choose the water what I want to drink. I said, okay, I only want to drink Volvic, for example. So, because also after a while, also water has a taste. You say, I don't like this water, I want this water, for example. They don't have this choice, and they, for example, Fikret, they don't give him bonbons, for example. So it is much more difficult so the conditions are.
And you are alone. You don't have.
Yes, they are alone.
From your
yes. So I was very lucky that I do it outside, and I do it with all my comrades together with the collective. So that's also a point. So Helin and Ibrahim, they were imprisoned. After that, they kidnapped them to the hospital and so on. So a lot of things happen, and actually Helen does only do 288 days, but it's not because I'm stronger than Helen, it's because the conditions are different. So, yes. Teşekkür.
Okay, we can finish.